goal is to share a couple successes with you today. It is to show you a couple items that I think are extremely relevant for right now. And hopefully when we hang up, you can go right to your customer and show them some of our great ideas. So one thing I want to prepare here is that. And while that is loading. Great. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. There's no one else in the waiting room. And we're going to start right out of the gate with the screen share. So hopefully all of you can see my powerstick.com screen. Before I get into that, important things that I think we all know by now is that drop shipping is essential. Packaging is very important. And the biggest thing I've seen with packaging and the increased demand for it this year is not only work from home, but it's also the fact that your customers aren't doing those destination meetings where custom packaging is awesome. But I know when I'm traveling to a Callaway sales meeting, for example, I get there, my bag is jam-packed. I get a really neat item or two with some cool packaging, but I usually just throw that packaging away because there's no room in my suitcase. You know, I carry a lot of hair products with me. So that stuff goes to the wayside and I take it home. So packaging now, I think is going to have longevity. It's going to stick around. People are going to appreciate it. So I really wanted to make sure that I covered that. The other thing is, I think now more than ever, we are, last year I saw a lot of last minute demand. Here comes someone else. So there was a lot of last minute requests. I think we're going to see more of that this year because there's going to be that recognition of, you know what? We didn't have a great year, but there's money in the budget from the sales meeting. We need to recognize our employees or those loyal customers that have stuck with us. Let's do something. So I think it's would be in your best interest to kind of identify my lines and your preferred vendor lines, get a pulse on their inventory levels so you're ready to answer that. So I think that's really an important thing as well as we get closer and closer to the holiday season. And then finally, now more than ever, it is so important that you are actively educating your clients on the need for these items, the need to recognize them. They're on an island, isolated at home. They're not getting that hallway interaction that they're used to where so many deals are done or so many friendships or bonds are made. That's not happening. So I think it's really important to educate that. It's also important to educate where they can safely meet. For example, golf outings had a huge increase. I did an outstanding in-person end user show last week in Indiana that I can promise you there was no one that went through there and felt endangered. It was spaced out, the vendors behaved themselves, and the customers enjoyed it. So I think that is crucial. And all those people that attended, the over 180 people that attended that end user show, were able to go back to their companies and say, you know what? I think we can do this. I think we can do it safely. So keep that in mind. And I think it's all about us sharing case histories and that type of thing with the client to give them ideas on how to educate, motivate, and raise awareness. And that's the essential foundation of our business. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's get into some products here. Let's talk about some neat things. And like I said, I promise to get us in and out of here in about 26 minutes, okay? Fire away any questions you have on the chat. Allison is monitoring that. And we'll go from there, you guys. So I want to start with powerstick.com. And with PowerStick, most of you know by now, they're based in Canada. They ship FOB New York. On most of our items, our minimum is only one piece. And we do full color imprint. Huge things, all of those. That's a lot to digest. Bob is having no problem with that, though, I can see. So that's awesome, Bob. But anyway, so one piece minimum. The other thing I want to call out is program business. We do a one-time $75 charge for programs. Okay, so think XYZ Corporation program. We're going to charge you $75 one time, and that would be for one item or 10 items going into that program. So a great way for you to do that on-demand business. But let's get back to Q4 and talk about gifting. So what I want to do is first call out our kits. All right, so we've got a lot of great kits that are already put together. The outer sleeve can be customized. The items inside are customized. We can even take it a step further and laser etch the foam that is inside of there. Okay, so that's pretty awesome too. The way the PowerStick website works is you can go right to products. You could highlight all products. You can sort by dollar amount. So you guys, that's another thing I want to say. More than ever before in 16 years of doing this, I've gotten so many emails in the last couple of weeks. Matt, I've got 200 items at this price point. I need ideas. That's what I'm here for. That's what Allison's here for. Fire those opportunities to us. Give us a little info. Let us know what they did last year. Give us some artwork. We are happy to put those virtuals together for you. And I think that's how we're going to nail this stuff down in, late October, even into early November, and put these projects to rest. So it all begins with artwork. Within powerstick.com, our business this year was really driven by the touch tool family. Okay, so we started with our basic touch tool, and then people realized, hey, we need an item that works on touch screens. So then we went to the touch screen tool, all right, that you see here, that's going to work on your iPad, your iPhone, ATM buttons, and things like that. Touch Tool Pro, very high end, was a good item, but not nearly as good as these two. And then finally we said, hey, after I use my touch tool to flip the latch in the bathroom stall, that thing's dirty. So let's go ahead and put a shield on it. So actually an item that I'm getting ready to do as an ISO marketing group self-promotion is the touch screen tool with the shield. Okay, super excited about that. So that is an item that I'm going to be doing as well. So very, very popular. And I think the other thing that's important about the shield is that now you've just added a second location for decoration. So think about a sponsor or some type of a co-brand or anything like that, okay? So think about those co-branding marketing opportunities that you have within PowerStick. Our minimum on this item is 100 pieces. Normally at powerstick.com, our minimum is only 1, okay? So just keep that in mind as well. So you've got our touch tool collection. You've got our pre-designed kits. And then if we really want to get special, we go to Silken. All right, and Silken is where we take our small, medium, or large box. We package any number of our items inside of there. We laser etch the foam, as you can see here on this Hewlett-Packard project. And we can even insert third-party items like you were seeing with that Amazon gift card. So, maybe it is an end-of-the-year sales meeting that was usually a great destination, and you would get a gift and you would get a great dinner. So maybe now what they do this year is they give you a speaker, a power bank, a Bluetooth key finder, along with a gift card. Now, what we typically would do is we would laser etch the foam to fit that gift card, and then you would insert that third party, okay? You would do it yourself, because shipping it to Canada and then back over, sometimes that can get a little bit tricky. But we can absolutely set our stuff up at PowerStick for third party. The other thing I want to say is, again, artwork. Get me art. Let us do virtuals for you. If there's big opportunities, we can even do a digital flip book. All right, and those are pretty awesome as well. So again, I wanted to spend a little bit more time on PowerStick because it is so relevant for fourth quarter and gifting and individual drop shipping from New York. Remember, the other thing I want to call out is we do have quite an assortment of Canadian-made items. All right, so a lot of times maybe your client asks for USA made, but North American made will check that box as well. So just another thing I like to call out, all of our high-end power banks are actually made in Canada and they have a lifetime warranty. I don't think you're going to find a better power bank, a safer power bank, and one with a lifetime warranty. Putting all those things together is just not easy to do. So you guys, that's powerstick.com. I want to keep on trucking. Hopefully I've whet your appetite to send me some art, and let's show your clients some designs. Now, next thing I want to go to is FossaApparel.com. Based in Northern California, in-house we offer embroidery, laser etch, heat transfer. Fossa is women-owned and minority business-owned. So we check a lot of boxes when you're working on those larger bid opportunities. We also do a lot of custom product in-house, but today I just want to show you one revolutionary item. All right, it's called our Aegis. And the Aegis truly shows the creativity of our industry. It's where we've taken pandemic and slammed it together with cold weather. And out comes the Aegis, which I'm going to show you here. Okay, so hopefully everybody can see the video. Can you see it, Allie?
Yes.
Great. So you guys, this is great for pandemic. It's lightweight fleece. It has a mask that zips up. You cinch it from behind to tighten the mask as much as you want. Otherwise, when you put it on, it's very loose. All right, so Michelle's modeling that right now. Now, what I love is you can also actually flip the hood down and still wear the mask. And it is great for cold weather. Think about running a race. Think about sitting in the stands at a football game. All right, so cold weather or pandemic, great item. This will be available on October the 30th, okay? So it's almost in stock. You can see it's got a price point of $43.50 on an A. And remember the other great thing about FASA. We go up to 5XL in men's. We go up to 3XL in women's. And if we're offering a women's style in this brand, we are designing that style first, and we're building the boring men's style after that, okay? So great things about FASA. If you want a sample, we will give you a discount off of EQP for a sample. All right. So when you have time, go through, check out our FASA brand. I think you'll be amazed at some of the fashion styles. We are really designed to go after that North Face. Looks like we got a chat, Allie. You want to go ahead and read that?
The weight on the Aegis.
Great question. 180 grams per meter squared.
And then we also have another one, Matt. It was, how much does Power Stick charge for drop shipping? I was looking for that file. I was going to send her.
Let's, can you write that person's name down?
Yeah.
Let's get, I want to make sure I get a firm answer on that, because some of my companies have totally waived it.
Yeah.
I don't believe Power Stick has, but I want to get you that info. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to somehow, I have a call to action at the end of this where I want to get, Allie, let's see if we can get an attendee list, because I would like to send everybody a follow-up email with important contacts. Looks like we've got another one here. Allie, another question?
No.
No? Okay.
No, just me.
Okay, that was just you. Okay, got it. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay, so that is FASAapparel.com. Now, new and exciting from ISOLT Marketing Group is the Allen Company. You guys, here's a super cool part about the Allen Company. They are based in Blanchester, Ohio. Now, I can see we've got people from northeastern Ohio. We've got some Louisville people. We've got some Fort Wayne people, Wendy, and all areas in between. The neat thing about this is Blanchester, in some cases, you can actually come pick your order up. You could courier it, you know, because that's the thing with drinkware. It's bulky. So remember that. The other great thing about Allen Company is we are a union shop. All right. So we are a union print shop, and we've got a lot of USA made items in our line. All right. So really, really important. Now, we've also done, as you can see on the screen, free individual drop shipping. All right, we've got a ton of inventory. We've got a ton of capacity. We offer 1- and 3-day service on select items in our line. Okay, so that's really big for those last minute opportunities. And you guys, we've got over 15 exclusive to Allen Company brands. All right, a lot of retail, and then they're exclusive to us. So we've got a lot of green brands. One that I love showing is Circular. Okay, we've done a lot of recent promotion on the Circular brand. It is made of recycled plastic. It can be recycled again. It's got a 10-year lifespan. It's an English company. We actually did a huge, well, I should say Circular did a huge cross promotion with Starbucks. That's how big Circular is. Okay, inventory is hitting kind of right now. So it is a brand new pickup for us. And I think it's really registering with our customers that have a green program, an eco program, a give back program. Speaking of give back, let's talk about NAECO. So NAECO, N-A-E-C-O, is the reverse spelling of the word ocean. All right. So every NAECO bottle your customer buys, NACO is going back into the world's seas and oceans and planting a coral fragment. So I think that's super cool. There's some great looking bottles there. They come in a great package. So that's another really neat kind of social good company. Along with that would be EcoVessel. All right, so EcoVessel really works on minimizing that carbon footprint. So check out EcoVessel when you have a chance as well. All right, and then finally, I want to talk about health. All right, health is kind of an important thing right now, I would say. And the Dillon Company is an alkaline water brand. So basically, I love this pearl gray color. Let's go ahead and look at that one. So basically what Dillon is named after the founder's brother who died. All right, so he named the company after his brother. And there's an infuser that you put into the bottom of this that mounts down in there, and it's got salts in it that increase pH. So what's great about increasing pH? Well, first of all, higher pH helps hydration, absorption, and it also helps your immune system. And the more hydrated you are, the better off your immune system is. All right, I'm not a doctor. I did not sleep at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So I think we got to leave it at that. You can research Dillon a little bit on your own and see. Now, definitely a very high-end brand. It's got weight to it. It's got a great handle. It screams high-end. Now, you guys, why is drinkware so important this year? Well, drinkware is extremely important because every water fountain I've seen has been covered with plastic. Every sideline Gatorade dispenser is gone. So personal drinkware has got to be included in every presentation you do for Q4 for holiday, okay? And I think it's really important we talk about that. Your customer may say, we've done that before. It's not that big of a thing. It's just a drinkware, but it carries so much more weight to it in 2020 than it did in 2019. So really think about that. So as you see, Allen's got so many different brands. They've got so many cool looks, but they've won over 46 awards, not pyramid, but decoration awards within our ad specialty industry for different decorating techniques. We've got disappearing ink. We've got a process that we call organic blend that I think is super cool. And what that is, let's say you have a logo with 3 colors in it, all right, but maybe it's a fade. Well, we can take the 3 colors and put them on the single screen. So maybe it goes orange, red, black. All right, so we would put a dab of orange, a dab of red, a dab of black, pull the squeegee, all right, and those colors are all going to blend together in the middle. So no 2 imprints would be the same, but some killer retro imprints. If somebody's not super uptight on their brand standard or maybe a background imprint, that's called organic blend. We'd be happy to show you examples of that. Very, very cool stuff. We do sublimation. We do laser etch. We can even do a screen print that looks like a laser etch. All of that in Blanchester, Ohio. Now, here's the big thing. I would love to take you on a tour of the Allen Company plant. That is something we would set up individually on your schedule. Blanchester, Ohio is about 45 minutes east of Cincinnati. But that's something we're going to be doing a lot of, and we can really do it on your schedule. The owner, Stan Dohan, is very open to doing that. So let's get something on the books. I think it's valuable because we pad print, we laser, we sublimate, and those processes are done not just on drinkware. So it's a great learning process when you need to talk to your client about, why are you charging me for that extra setup, Bob? Or Wendy, why is it taking so long? These are things that we can help you with. Or could you do an imprint on the other side? On some of the items we can, and there's no additional setup because the mug, the drinkware spins on the printer. Okay, so lots and lots of, we're down to the final 10 minutes. So lots and lots of great things to talk about there. You guys, another thing I want to interject. I put it on LinkedIn. I've been using LinkedIn a ton. It's free. I get thousands of views when I post something. All right, sometimes hundreds, but definitely thousands have happened before. Most of the people that are viewing my posts are your customers. And I just get blown away sometimes why you don't just simply share my post. You're going to generate conversation. Allie, there's a chat.
Can you expand on the invisible ink?
Yeah, so basically it's an ink that changes with color. So it might start out dark, and when you fill it with a hot beverage, all of a sudden that new building pops up, or the logo pops up, or the team pops up. Okay, and then as it cools, it slowly fades away. Very, very cool technique. I've got them in the process of doing some little GIFs and some 4-second MP4 videos that you could post on LinkedIn. All right, so that'll be really neat. Now, one other thing I want to mention quickly too is, you guys, an end user show or an end user call or a sales presentation, you know, as a sales rep, the maximum I could do in a day was 4. I had to drive to your office. I had to carry my stuff in. I had to present stuff. I had to pack it up and drive on to the next meeting. Now I simply log in. We click on a Zoom meeting, and next thing you know, me, you, your client, you, me, we're all together, and maybe we're talking for 10 minutes about Callaway, or 5 minutes about Power Stick, or 30 minutes about their upcoming anniversary. Maybe they're celebrating 20 years in business, things like that. So make sure you're taking advantage of us for that. We can definitely do that together. And rarely do I do an end user presentation where it doesn't yield an order, whether it's one of my brands or maybe one of your other supplier partners. So I'm happy to do that. Let's fill up the schedule. I have to think that most of you are still, you know, a lot of you are working from home, and I bet that most of you aren't working a 40-hour week right now. I don't want to call anybody out on that, but how difficult is it for us to do 15 minutes on a Zoom? Yeah, you got to take your sweatpants off. You got to put a nice shirt on, maybe shave, maybe do your hair. But let's do that. Let's fill up the schedule. Let's promise to do that between now and Thanksgiving, and let's see where it takes us, okay? All right. So again, that's just a broad overview of Allen Company. Innovation Line, they have been a champion through the pandemic, based in California under a stay-in-place order for, you know, a lot of the time since March. They've just continued to grow business. So what I ask of you for Innovation Line is you visit our homepage. All right, our homepage, it shows you what we are selling now. I look at my sales report every day, and it's really sanitizer, which is 62% alcohol. It is gel. It is citrus scent. Allie, chat.
Does the Fossa hoodie mask come in men's? Yes, it does. And then would you suggest an end user call on Allure, just one of your, on all or just one of your lines?
Absolutely. Actually, I would prefer to narrow the lines. To go over 8 lines in one call overwhelms your client. That's why I'm not a huge fan of actual end user shows, because I think your client comes in and sometimes they leave confused because they saw the same item 20 times. So I am not offended. If we narrow it in, you give me a time parameter and a line parameter, the more info, the more effective we can be. Okay. Anything else, Allie?
No.
Okay. So with Innovation Line, the homepage drives you to where the sales are. Okay. So face coverings, we are doing an outstanding job on sublimated. I've got a sublimated mask at $285 on a C, you guys. Great price point. I now have an item that we sold over 30 million of the single ply bandana this year. All right, some news came out. People were worried about how safe is it. So what we did is we've now come out with a 2-ply. All right, this 2-ply bandana delivers to your client's door in 15 calendar days, not working days, and the price includes freight. Okay, now we do price it by the number of colors. The reason we do that is it's printed on a roller, and we truly can do 1 color cheaper than we can do 4. So we charge you by the color until we get to 4, and then it's a full color job. All right, so 7145 HTOP3. Any samples you want from Innovation Line, send an email to samples@innovation-line.com. They will send them for free, okay? So rather than send that request to me, send it directly in there, and let's capitalize on this. The other thing I wanted to hit on quickly, again, I talked about sanitizer. We are deep on sanitizer. We even have our FA135 sanitizer kit, okay, which I must have scrolled past, but it's a packet full of all different types of sanitizers. So another super cool item. You see all the colors. We can do labels. We can do single color direct imprints on sanitizer. We have, at least we did, had a huge run on it. Yeah, maybe I'm not seeing it. Credit card sprayers we had. Now I'm not seeing them there. We might have just gotten wiped out. So you'd want to check stock on the spray, okay? And then kits in general. So please remember Innovation Line. They're still family owned, all right? They're not owned by a big investment group. That's rare anymore. and we will treat you like family, I promise. And if we don't, let me know about that. All right. We really treat you like family sometimes because we used to send you about 3 emails a day, right, Wendy? And that was kind of like the nagging granny or mom, you know. So we've backed down on that a little bit. We're trying not to harass you like we used to. Sorry for picking on you so much today, Wendy. Anyway, now let's really, we've got 4 minutes left. And I want to talk to you about Chow cards. This is a relatively newer line for Allie and I, and it's so awesome. So 3D holiday cards, graduation cards, basically 3D custom cards. Minimum order, 120 pieces. Delivery time, 3 weeks. These are created in Vietnam, okay? The Chow story is the most awesome American success story, American dream. It's a Vietnamese family that came over on a boat as refugees. They've been ultra successful, and just a really neat story about Chow. But what I love is we can now do these 3D pop-up shapes as ornaments. No additional charge. All we do is we attach a string. We include a little insert that has instructions on how to pop. You actually cut it in 2 locations, pop out that 3D shape, and now you've got an ornament, okay? So I've done specific RV models. I've done the new wing to the hospital, the new corporate headquarters. We've done bicycles. Allie has a cool sample of a bouquet of flowers when you open it. So just on and on. We could do a picture of the employees. All right, we were here before the pandemic. We'll be here with you after the pandemic. It comes with an envelope, comes in a cellophane bag. It's easy to mail. So chowcards.com. Anything you need, you email sales@chowcards.com, and that's CHAO cards.com. I promise you, they will reply within 30 minutes to your request. Thomas is awesome. We do charge you $28 for an actual spec sample. But let's say you have a client that's building a new building. They need some ideas. We can send you all kinds of random virtuals. We could also send you random spec samples. All of that is handled directly through Chow. So sales@chowcards.com. All right. And then finally, with 2 minutes left, I saved my biggest line, and that's Head to Toe Custom Apparel, who also has a medical division called AFS. We sold a lot of masks this year. By the way, notice every one of my lines sells masks, disposable medical masks, KN95s, single ply, surgical, disposable gowns. And thank goodness, it's a double-edged sword, but thank goodness for that business this summer. It propelled us to new heights in sales, but that has really dwindled. But the reusable mask business, that is an item here to stay. That's like a baseball hat, all right? Our MH001 mask from Head to Toe, full dye sub, 400-piece minimum, delivered in 5 to 6 weeks for $255 net, no setup charge. It's got an adjustable band on it, and the inner lining is antimicrobial. I've sold on this mask probably close to 500,000 of them. They've done very well. We've gotten a lot of reorders on that mask. But what I want to talk to you about, forget that. And we could even do a whole breakout session on my items in PPE, but to me, that's a little bit depressing. Let's move forward. Let's talk about holidays in 2021. But I do like showing you my FSP program page, which I normally can't show you when I come and see you in person. So our FSP program page has all these different stories, whether it's Fastenal Racing, Gibson Retail, Gibson Guitars, that is. And one of my, Hooters is not my favorite restaurant, but I love this presentation. They do have good wings though, I've heard. But Hooters, this presentation is so retail. It's super cool. I love these hoodies, the contrasting trim, the applique outline look, all the contrast rack stitching on there. So you guys can easily come to me and say, Matt, I like the Hooters hoodie or the Fastenal polo or the entire Hooters program. Here's my client's logo. Here's their colors. Put a storyboard together for me. Now, everything you see here is a 50-piece minimum. It's done overseas in China. I need about 6 weeks to do it by air. Everything's made of at least 20% recycled bottles as well. So just a really cool program. Think about, here's your homework, okay? It's noon, we're finished. A couple of assignments. If you all could email me, we had 25 attendees today. send an email to ISOLTMG, so ISOLT Marketing Group, ISOLTMG@gmail.com, and send me your ship to address, okay? I really appreciate everybody giving me your time today, and Allie and I are working on something to mail to you, okay? So that's one call to action. The other thing I think is really worth your while is if you're having a slow day, think about your top 10 clients and when their business, their corporate anniversary is. 10 years in business, 5 years in business, 50 years in business. Because if you can get ahead of that, Head to Toe is a great partner for you on I want to show you one item here and we're done. To celebrate their anniversary in style. So you see this Gibson guitar jacket. It's a mechanic's jacket. It's really a cool piece, but we've sublimated the entire lining. And we took that jacket years ago for a hardware company called Forney. They were celebrating 80 years in business. And we sublimated that lining with all their old newspaper ads, 25-cent hammer, penny nails, things like that. And it was all inside. It was super cool. It was very retro. Those are the types of things we can do if we have notice. And if we have plenty of notice, Allie, check out that chat. I'm going to finish this thought.
Come on.
Notice, then we can put stuff on the slow boat and save you freight in. So just something to think about there, you guys. And with that, Allie, we have a question.
I got it.
Oh, you already answered it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, great. So you guys, with that, I really want to thank you for your time today. When you email me, let me know, because we have some of our, we didn't go into Callaway today. We didn't go into Badger today because we don't have those lines in all of our territory, and we knew it would be a mixed thing, and we wanted to maximize our time. If you think a 30-minute part 2 would be useful, by all means, we would love to put that together in the next week or so, where maybe we drill a couple things we left out and then maybe focus on one of the apparel lines and some of the things they have to offer for you. So let us know that. We really appreciate your feedback, and anything we can do to keep growing business, let's do that. And I think it all starts right here by you taking the time to do this. And we know who you are. We know who was watching today. So thank you all so much for your time. And Allie, do you have anything to say?
No, I don't have much to say other than thanks for coming, everybody. It's great to see the response, and it's exciting to be working.
Absolutely. And getting orders and
yes,
sales records, and which is all true. Okay. I could fib on that, but that is definitely true. So let us help you out, you guys. Have a great day, and we'll look forward to seeing emails from you. Bye.
Bye.